down, 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 out. What's up, everybody? You are tuned into the Elks Call, your home for Edmonton Elks fan talk. My name is Scout, aka the rep from Section X, and Kathy's not here, man. Disappointed. We'll talk about that in a moment, but we are coming to you live on Shotgun Sports Network with the replay airing exclusively on Edmonton Sports Talk. It's our final episode of 2025. Bittersweet. But as luck would have it, our house has been decimated by illness. So Kathy is on the one episode IR list. So Kathy, if you are watching, we hope that you get better. Hate to see this show roll on, but as we say, without you, the show must go on anyway. So, Kathy, thanks a lot for helping me get this going today. Now, we do have a very exciting holiday special up ahead, and we can't thank you enough for riding with us here at the Elks Call. Hit the like, subscribe, and favorite buttons to show some love. Your support means everything to us here at Shotgun Sports. All right, our holiday special schedule is as follows. We are going to be opening up with the More You Didn't Know, where we chat with our very special guest. Next, we're going to give you Kathy's Herd Report, where we bring you the latest news and transactions from Double E Land, maybe even a little bit of CFL. After that, we're going to give you an Edmonton Sports update, and then we're going to play some Green or Gold, a little festive Green or Gold, if you will, which is our spin on hot or not. And then finally, we're going to open up the fan forum where we talk about hot topics surrounding the Elks and the CFL world as a whole. And you guessed it, we got some holiday questions as well. If you're watching live, that's going to be on Shotgun Sports Network or on the Elks Herd. You can go ahead and comment and ask questions. We are very interactive. And of course, we do have a very big guest coming right your way. So let's get this show rolling with the More You Didn't Know, where we talk to our guest about a variety of topics. This segment is brought to you by Royal Retro. Save 10% off your order using code Shotgun Sports. All caps, no spaces. If you like throwbacks, you're going to love Royal Retros. They are the throwback kings. They have CFL-inspired merchandise. They have official CFLPA merchandise. Go check them out. We love Royal Retros, and we hope you do too. And we also miss you, Catherine, in the Herd chat. Alrighty, without further ado, please welcome to the show, formerly number 31, but currently number 5, running back for your Edmonton Elks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Justin Rankin.
What's up?
Justin, man, thanks a lot. Really appreciate you joining us tonight. Is it safe to say the weather is better wherever you're at?
No, it's snowing.
Oh.
It's snowing. It's cold. I got a shovel every day. I mean, it's still colder. It's colder in Edmonton, but you know, I didn't leave the cold to go somewhere warm. I left the cold to go to cold.
And where exactly are you right now?
I'm in Ohio, like the Cleveland area.
Okay, yeah, you did go back to Ohio. Yeah. Nice. So, you're kind of feeling it right now as well. It's like you haven't even left.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. I was like, at least I thought I would get some, warmer weather. Straight to the cold.
Brutal. Well, hoping you're staying warm as well. Thanks a lot for joining us once again. Everybody that is watching who is staying warm with us as well, we're thankful for that. Make sure you throw in your questions and comments into the Herd chat, and we will get them onto the show here. Question number 1, we'd like to get to know you first here, Justin. You were born and raised in Ohio, hailing from a town called Oberlin. So what started your path as a young athlete growing up in Ohio?
Shoot, man, my parents just kind of like threw me into sports, every sport that there was. A family friend played football, and they put me in the football team, and it was just kind of history after that. My mama tell you I kind of hated football for the longest. I was a basketball guy. She kind of dragged me to practice every day, to football practice. The coaches, were begging me to play every year, and I just kind of stuck with it. And I played every sport up until my junior year of high school. That's when I kind of started to focus on football and just ran track, things like that. I was a 5'9" point guard. I don't think I was gonna go play basketball nowhere. But I still played. I played every sport that you can think of. My mom was a volleyball coach. I played volleyball. I did it. I did everything. I was just an athlete.
Sports were in your veins.
Yeah, they're in my veins. My entire family. My sister, my brother, everybody plays something.
Oh, I love that. And who are your idols early on?
I'll be honest, I didn't have any idols. I didn't really watch sports. I still don't watch sports. I don't watch football. So, I don't know, I was watching, cartoons, anime, stuff like that. I'm running around the woods like Naruto and stuff. So, I guess you could say he was my idol, but, I don't think I really had any like, athletes that I idolized, when I was younger.
I like that. And anime, I mean, anime is always good stuff.
Come on, man.
Kathy would attest, yeah. Now, in high school, how do you pronounce it? Illyria?
Yeah, Lyric Catholic. Yeah.
Yeah, so Leary Catholic, you actually ended up earning all Ohio honors like 3 times. So you also excelled at track, the 200-meter dash specifically. I'm an 800-meter guy. I love that.
Yeah.
Did get bronze I got bronze. Obviously, I didn't get any all Ohio honors or anything. But how important were your high school years for your future success?
Yeah, I mean they were huge. The crazy part is like my freshman year I was ineligible to run track. I was almost ineligible to play football. And it kind of like just like a reality hit, and I was like, oh dang, like I got to kind of focus on school and sports, So I think they were huge. They were huge to me and just like growing, as a young kid, as a young man, and understanding how important things were like outside of football and off the field in terms of working out things like that. I was driving 30, 40 minutes to go train around other Division 1 athletes. Shoot, Denzel Ward, went number 1 overall. Coming out of college. Jerome Baker, I'm around some of the best athletes and it was huge. I wasn't playing against them, so it was huge to get around them in the off season and just kind of get better, just iron sharpens iron.
Hear that a lot. And, I know that we kind of even see flashes of that here in Edmonton right now, but
Yeah.
taking your off season seriously or taking those in between game pieces, right? Taking that very seriously, trying to level up yourself. We hear that from, some of the most successful athletes. So that's amazing. Now, kind of getting into your college career, you did start with the Kent State Golden Flashes, but then after 2 years, you decided to play for the Northwest Missouri
Yeah.
State Bearcats, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was
I spent 3 years with Kent, 1 year with Northwest. It was a journey. Like I thought I was going to graduate, all 4 years from Kent. Finish all 4 years out there. Like I loved that school, and it was amazing. But it was just a different picture for me. God had a different plan, and I'm happy that I took the path that I took. I love Northwest. They showed a lot of love to me, and ultimately, like I had a lot of fun there playing football again.
yeah, sorry, 3 years. Didn't have that, but that's
Yeah.
I think looking at your stats like 2019, you could tell that there is a definitive level up. So like what would you say attributed to that?
I just think the biggest thing was like kind of the coaches, believing in me a little bit. Not necessarily saying like some of my coaches at Kent didn't, but there definitely was like not as much belief, while I was at Kent as there was, when I was at Northwest, right? At Kent it was just tough. Like, I wasn't getting the ball as much. I don't think that there was the quality level of like guys that were bought into the organization, bought into the program. Shoot, even down to some coaches that I don't think were bought into the program. But there were some of coaches that I met that I still talk to this day. You know, as a whole, while I was there, it wasn't what I needed at the time. And I decided to make the best decision for myself. To further my career. And when I got to Northwest, they showed a lot of love. The coaches from day one, they believed in me. They decided to build the offense around what my abilities, and the guys bought into that too. Like it wasn't me being selfish, but they also bought into that as well, and I bought into them. And there was a lot of guys that succeeded just from us believing in each other. And it was nice to be around a group of guys and a group of coaches like that.
That's amazing. So, obviously in part to the coaching as well, but would you say it was it was a little bit more than just opportunity, let's say?
Yeah, yeah, definitely opportunity, right? Like anybody would tell you the more you're getting the ball in your hands, like the more you have opportunities to make plays. And when you're playing at an elite level, like you're going to make more plays. So it definitely was like just them giving me more opportunities to showcase, my ability.
I love it. And I mean, 1,050 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns, 14 games. Like that's a crazy 2019 for you, man.
That was at Northwest. I didn't even know that. So
Yeah, Northwest. That's the stats.
okay,
So,
yeah, yeah,
that's your first 1,000 yard rushing
yep.
season. I would presume.
Yeah, well, it was. That was my first 1,000 yard. After high school, obviously, like collegiate career, that was my first 1,000 yard. I think before that, I think the most I had was maybe like 500. 500 rushing, 400 receiving, something like that. So, it was nice to be able to kind of eclipse 1,000 for the first time. It felt good. It felt good to be in a team that like everybody. Like again, I always preach like any back that has 1,000 yards, that's a team effort. So, it was nice to have guys like going out there giving 100% every play.
It's amazing. Yeah. Crazy stat with the Bearcats, right? And
Yeah.
after that, didn't get drafted, but you did end up playing arena ball with 3 teams. Could you tell us a little bit more about your IFL days, man?
Man, yeah, I could write a book on that stuff, but it's amazing. I love the IFL. Like, shoot, I was just training today, throwing with a guy that was about to go play in the IFL, and it makes me happy to see guys like kind of believing in arena football and like taking their opportunity, taking their chance to go play it. Because I mean, shoot, it gave me a chance to keep playing ball. If I would have gave up and not played arena and just quit arena and never go back to it, I want to be in the CFL. I want to be where I'm at now. So, it's huge shout out to the IFL, and they're only going up. Like everything they do every year is getting better. The sponsors, the broadcast, everything they're doing is trying to like continue to be able to showcase all these athletes that kind of get overlooked, or just don't get a chance at all to even get to the NFL. So, it was a huge opportunity for me. I came out that COVID year. A lot of my workouts got canceled. My rookie mini camps got canceled. I think all those things got canceled for me. So it was huge that arena was like one of the only leagues still going on. And my buddy Malik Duncan kind of, he dragged me out to Bismarck, North Dakota, the middle of nowhere. I'm like, what am I doing out here, man? Like this is crazy. We're having meetings in the coach's apartment. I'm like, what is this? This is crazy. I'm sitting on the floor. We're all sitting on the floors and couches watching film. So it's levels to it, and a lot of us could have gave up, but we stuck through it. We played. I still know some guys from that team 4 years ago that are still playing arena. And I mean, I think it's just like you said, it's about opportunity. And it gave me 3 years of opportunity, shoot 3.5 years of an opportunity to showcase my abilities.
Oh man, and glad that you made that route too, because obviously it led you to Edmonton. We'll talk about that in a moment. But Shannon Brooks,
Yeah,
Dean Faithful,
come on.
obviously everybody knows the Kurt Warner story, right? So it's like there's different opportunities out there, and I think what's really cool about your story is you just kept grabbing the next best one,
Yeah.
and you gave yourself that opportunity to showcase yourself. And once again with the double E, you did that as well. So the CFL, like when did you decide to go that route, and how did you decide to go that direction?
Yeah, one of the arena coaches actually, his name is Mike Davis. He coaches for the Vegas Nighthawks team. He's the head coach. He came to me after my third season with the Bay Area team, and he was like, if I get you, if I help you get a contract, like, would you take it? Like, is that something that interests you? Because he was like, I got some coaches that are interested, and I was like, man, heck yeah, like I'll sign it today. And shoot, an hour later, a couple hours later, like there's a contract in my email, and I'm like, shoot, like let's do it. Like I haven't even talked to any coaches at this point, like I didn't talk to Coach Jones, J Jack, like I haven't spoke to nobody. The first time I even seen a coach was in meetings in the off season, a couple weeks before camp. Coach Howe, when they moved me to receiver, so I'm going into the CFL, my first opportunity as a receiver, and the first time I saw a coach was 2 weeks before camp. So, but I was just kind of rolling with the punches, and again, it was an opportunity. Like I knew I always belonged, and my biggest thing was I just want to see where I line up against some of these guys that like are in this higher league than me. And my is the arena football like my plateau, and I can live with that if it is. but I want to see like where I line up against these guys. Like, am I just as good, and do I need to go work on something more? Like, where am I compared to them? So that was my mindset really going in. Was just I want an opportunity just to see, where my abilities, how they add up to somebody else's abilities. And I got cut, right? Like everybody knows that I got cut, and I was okay with that. Like the biggest thing for me was going out to a camp and being on this outdoor field again and showing like how much better I've gotten since I was in college. That was the biggest thing for me.
And getting your foot in the door, I guess, is even,
Yeah.
secondary to that. But it's so cool to hear that you're almost looking at this as, where do you stack up against this league, this competition, these other
Yeah.
players? And that's special, man. Like that's some compete level that you don't hear of too often, because a lot of guys are just, I just want the opportunity, right? Well, or I want to go play professional ball. I just want to play professional ball. No, you were kind of looking at it even more personally than that, which is amazing. Before we proceed, big shout out to everybody that's watching live right now. Please make sure to get your questions in here. We do see a rules question here from John Hayden. We'll talk about that near the end of the more you didn't know, but Edmonton. I talked to Rick Saratella about you today. Awesome scout who was with the Double E at that time. I just kind of asked, hey man, like, did you scout this guy? He's like, man, Justin Rankin mostly did this himself. Like I'll tell you right now, man, like Justin Rankin made that opportunity for himself. He made that path for himself. But speaking of Edmonton, did you know anything about this city or this organization before you came here?
I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about the CFL. I watched a couple of games because my friend, my teammate, and my friend Dustin Crum and Jamal Parker, Najee Murray, they all played in the CFL. So, I kind of would watch a game every now and then, watch some highlights, but I knew nothing about the CFL. I didn't know the team names, none of that. So it definitely was like a big change, little learning curve, to be able to come up here and, just kind of adapt on the fly.
And man, did you ever? Now, speaking of adapting, what was it like having to go from classic American football rules to arena rules to then
Yeah.
Canadian rules?
Yeah, it was crazy, but I think that it like in turn, like it put me at an advantage because like I've had to learn so many different rules, so many different playbooks. In arena, I played for 3 different teams in 3 years. Like I was learning a different playbook every year. There was new rules being added every year, so it really like it was like it's just another obstacle that like I know how to overcome these. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna study the playbook, I'm gonna study the rules, make sure I understand how the game is played, and I always tell people like once I understand how this game is played, like, it's over with. Like I'm gonna take it over. Like I just need to understand how it's played and feel comfortable enough to play it. That's really was the biggest thing, and that first year when they brought me back, I was still trying to understand how the game was played. Shoot, even this past season, a lot of people don't even realize like that's my first full season. Like, and even a year before that, like I was on the sideline. I was a second, third string running back. Sometimes not even getting in the game. So that was I used to tell Cody like, Cody, this is my first full season, dude. Like, you gotta cut me some slack on some of this stuff. I don't know what's going on. He's like, I know, I keep forgetting. I'm like, yeah, like, dude, I was here, but I wasn't playing for real.
Well, exactly, man. You basically were signed in November. There's
Yeah.
training camp cut. That was in 2024. And then you were signed onto the practice roster and then finally elevated August 2024. And in that first game, that was 3 shots into the end zone, 3 touchdowns, 108 rushing yards. Uh, was that game like a coming out party for you, or
Wait, what game? What game was that? What game was that?
one of your biggest games in August? I want to say, was this like one of your first starts or one of your first
Oh yeah,
games?
yeah. I think that was Winnipeg. You're right, Winnipeg. I believe it was. I know you're talking about though. Yeah, I think that kind of. I mean, like you can say it was like a coming out party, but I think I was playing well. Like I think I was playing just like that the entire season. I was getting the ball less than 6 times a game, right? Like we had Leak who ended up being a starter because KB went down, and I mean Leak's first game he went for 3 touchdowns and 190 yards against Sask. So, I mean he was playing his butt off, but I think I just was overlooked by how good he was playing, right? Like, but I was right there with him. I was, rushing the ball 70, 80 yards a game. I had a couple of touchdowns here and there, but I was getting the ball 4 or 5 times a game. Like that was really it. And I was cool with that, right? Like I was learning the game. I was like just trying to get acclimated. Like Leak was balling out. I tell Leak every day, like, dude, you're phenomenal. Like you're one of the best football players I've ever seen, like with my own eyes. So it just was the situation I was in, right? Like I don't think that was necessarily my coming out party. Everybody in the team knew what was going on. Even other teams that like played against me, like they would come up to me after the game, like when you get your shot, like it's going to be dangerous. And I think that just kind of shoot the rest was history after that.
Oh, exactly, man. Since then, you've been a beast in the backfield to be on, rushing your way to another like your second 1,000-yard season, or at least another 1,000-yard season. But this time, finally with the double E here in 2025. And I mean, you're continuing your reign as a powerhouse running back alongside Javon Leak, as you just mentioned. Thunder and lightning, as you
Come
guys
on,
call each
baby.
other. Oh man, I love it. Would you say you guys feed off each other as teammates, or like what's that dynamic like in the running
Yeah.
back room?
Oh, for sure, man. Like I mean, it's literally like a thunder and lightning, like every time you hear the thunder, like that lightning strike, and like there's not one without the other. So, um, I mean, we definitely feed off each other. Like during a game, like if I'm having a down game, like he's in my ear, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man, like pick the energy up, like and vice versa, right? And I think that's huge. Like I think that's huge that we're able to hold each other accountable and not be sensitive about it, right? Like he'll let me know when I'm playing like crap, and I'll let him know like, hey man, like you're not playing like the Javon Leak I know. You know what I mean?
You guys
Like
are
get out of
holding
your head.
each other accountable then.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And I think that elevates the room, and not only that, that elevates the entire team. When they're seeing on the sideline, like two of the guys like kind of just like, hey man, like come on, like you not playing like Javon Leak. I think it shows them like, hey, okay, just because that's Javon Leak don't mean that he can slack off, or just because that's me, I can't slack off. Like we're all in this together. We all have one big picture, one goal. That's to win football games, right? Like so. Like there ain't no need to get sensitive. Like we trying to win. It ain't about right and wrong. Like let's win, man. Like and we got to bring that juice every time. Like let's bring the juice every time.
Oh man, you guys do, and I mean, you're becoming a fan favorite here in Edmonton. Javon Leak, he's got the Jets, man. You got that ground and pound. It's a combination we haven't seen in Edmonton for a hot minute, and super thankful to have you both. You guys are amazing at that position, and can't wait to see more in 2026. That's for
Yeah.
darn sure. But man, 2025, got to ask, what was your favorite touchdown, courtesy of yourself?
Dang, favorite touchdown? Like my touchdown?
Yeah, man.
Um, dang, I would have to. I think the Sask touchdown, either the Sask or the Winnipeg. Like I'm kind of tied between those two. I just think that both of them showed like our whole team, like backs against the wall. It was 2nd and 3, 3rd and 1. And it was like we need these plays, and everybody stepped up to the plate, right? Like there was a hat on the hat. I'm outrunning guys, making guys miss. You got receivers blocking down the field. You got linemen blocking down the field. Meeting me in the end zone, like with our backs against the wall, like against two of the best teams. You know, every year in the league. Like you got one was the champions this year, and then you got Winnipeg, who's a powerhouse every year. And that I think that just shows the resilience and maturity of our entire team, our entire offense as a whole. Was just like, man, like we need these plays. We just need the first down, and we turn them into touchdowns. I think that's huge. So it's out of one of those two. They're tied for me.
Love it, love it. I know some casuals that still love that Labor Day rematch. So, uh, yeah, man, yeah. There's you had quite a few memorable
You
moments
can't go
now.
wrong with that game either.
Oh man, you can. It's the best game of the year here in Edmonton. Besides playoffs, obviously, and we'll get back
Yeah.
there. But St. John Sperling here in the herd chat. What up, St. John? He does ask, what is your favorite play of your career?
Oh man, of my career. I think my freshman year we played Alabama. I had like a 50 or 60 yard run against them, like my first touch of the game. Um, I think that gave me like a huge confidence boost in terms of like, okay, like I wasn't just delusional about like how good I was. I can play with the best.
You can do
Um,
this.
yeah, I can do this. It's either that one or just shoot my favorite game, Penn State, my first game ever. first ever collegiate game was Penn State at Penn State, a whiteout, sold out crowd. 100 plus thousand in the crowd. I'm an 18-year-old kid. Like, this is crazy. I can't even hear my quarterback call his cadence. So one of those plays in those games probably. But I think the Alabama one tops them all.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can do something like that against a powerhouse, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty special, and I
Come
mean,
on,
it's kind of
that was
cool.
they had all 11 go get drafted that year on defense. So
Oh,
it was
exactly. Yeah.
huge.
Oh, love it, man, love it. Now let's get into some fun Christmas questions here. Have a couple of those, and then we will get to the other herd chat questions here. So, okay, Christmas. It's that time of year. You know what it is. What's your favorite holiday movie?
Favorite holiday movie? Probably The Grinch.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely The Grinch. Actually, I love The Grinch, but I like the new Grinch now. The new one that just came out, it came out last year or something. Like the new animated Grinch. I like
Yeah,
that
the
one.
animated one. Yeah.
Yeah, the original one is definitely like OG top tier, but the new animated one is good. They got some good. I think Tyler the Creator was singing the songs or whatever. They got some
Oh,
catchy songs on there.
beauty. I'm gonna have to check that. I don't think
Yeah,
I've watched it yet.
it's pretty
That's a me
good.
problem.
Pretty good.
Uh, what about holiday treats? What's your favorite?
Cookies, man. I got a crazy sweet tooth. Like I try to keep cookies at the house because I'll eat them all. Like I love cookies. The little sugar cookies with the Hershey Kisses in it. Oh man,
Okay,
you
you're a
make
sugar cookie guy then, not
yeah
shortbread.
you make those for me. I tell you what, man, we best friends for life.
I love it. I think Janelle, make a note, Janelle. We'll let her know, or Mrs. Boozy Cupcakes, man. All right, holiday game or activity. Is there any particular activities, tobogganing, any of that?
I like sledding. I haven't been sledding in a long time, but like I do like sledding. Um, but like cutting the Christmas tree down, like we cut the Christmas tree down every year. Besides the fact that I got to cut it down and it takes me forever, and I'm tired and I'm sweating in the snow cutting this Christmas tree down. But that's
See,
that's
that's
pretty
all
fun
fun,
though.
right?
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Um, Now, if you could ask Santa for one present this year, just one, what would be like physical present?
Physical present. Um, Man, a physical present. I'll probably say like some new darts. I just put my dartboard up. I want some new darts. Either new darts or a new bowling ball.
I like that. You like darts and bowling. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
You're a darts guy. Are you like? Can you do the triple 20? Can you nail the triple 20?
I mean, like if I'm feeling good, yeah. Like if I'm feeling good, I'll hit that. But I like playing darts. It's fun. Good time passer. So
That's awesome, man. No, right on. Yeah, we got one. We got a dartboard right around the corner.
yeah, I love it.
It's so good. Arcade games in general and bowling. Like, do you have your own bowling ball, like a custom bowling ball or
Oh yeah, I
anything?
got I got three of them.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome, man. F&A. So Santa better treat you well this year.
Dude, it'll be nice.
All right, and then if you have to play in a snow game, do you have any concerns about your ability dashing in the snow?
No, I mean honestly, like it makes it easier because like people slip off you, they slide off you, they don't want to tackle. You know what I mean? Do I prefer it? Heck no. But like I can definitely do it. I played it my whole life. I played icy games, snowy games, rainy games, blizzards. So it definitely doesn't like hinder my ability at all.
Yeah, you're not a Florida boy. You're an Ohio boy. So
Uh,
it's not like, this is unfamiliar
I'm
territory for
going
you.
nitty gritty, hard nosed football, baby.
Love it. And I mean, this team used to be called the Eskimos. So, there's obviously snow here in
Yeah,
Edmonton during the playoff stretch. So I'm hoping that we get to see that sometime soon, my friend.
yeah. Come on, we're gonna do
Let's,
that.
let's get it. All right. So we got some fan questions here in the herd chat. We got a couple good ones. We might not be able to get to all of them because Justin Rankin does have his own holiday festivities to get to, but let's take a look at this one by John Kirby. What up, John? Do you watch the NFL on Christmas Day?
I don't even watch the NFL.
Love it.
I can't tell you the last time I watched an NFL game. I think I've been to one NFL game ever in my life. I don't know. Watching football doesn't interest me.
So you don't got a favorite team then?
I don't got a favorite team. I don't got a favorite player. Leak makes fun of me all the time because he talks about all these like great players, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know who that is. Like, he's like, what do you like? He like gets mad. What do you mean you don't know who that is? Like, there's no way you don't know who that is. I'm like, dude, I have no idea who that is. Like, he's
Oh,
like,
that's
dude,
amazing.
he's like, you're ridiculous.
Okay, question then. Do you watch darts?
Every now and then I'll watch some live like tournaments and stuff going on, but not too often. I watch bowling more than I watch darts. I just started playing darts probably shoot last year or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Nice. I mean, hey man, I hope the journey on darts goes amazing.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean,
I'm getting better at it every day.
yeah, you seem to crush it at whatever you do. So I mean, I really don't doubt this, and I'd be scared to play you at this rate. Um, now Ryan Nervous does ask here. What up, Ryan Nervous? He does ask, what's the hardest stadium to play in?
Oh man, Sask, 1,000%.
Is it the
Like no,
noise
not
and
yeah, no brainer. Nobody's close. Winnipeg is like up there, but Sask like man, they're loud.
so it's mostly the noise there, and then obviously the fans, yeah, they give it to you
Yeah,
there.
they're rowdy, man. They're right in your ear. I'm like, this is crazy. Calling your name on the bike the whole time. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
I
crazy.
I couldn't imagine, man. And I mean, you guys seem to perform pretty well in Saskatchewan, which
Yeah,
is, testament to what you guys do on the turf. But yeah, I mean, they do have the nicest stadium that's
heck
designed
yeah.
to kind of boom on top of you as well, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I like playing in it though. Like I love playing there. I love playing in Winnipeg. Anywhere, playing in front of a lot of crowds. Like I mean, that's a huge reason. Like why we play football is because it's fun to play in front of an audience, right? Like so that's always fun to do.
Oh, I love it. John Hayden here. He does say he doesn't watch the NFL and plays dart. I am getting his jersey now. I like
Come
it.
on, you got to go get that.
Love it. And then he also does say Justin needs to come play the Snowflake Dart Tourney at the River Cree in February. So something to put on your radar, anyways. And then we'll take one more question here in the herd chat. Let's do, what is your favorite food to have for dinner on Christmas?
Oh shoot. Dang, probably the mac and cheese. Like we make mac and cheese for every holiday, and I'm a diehard mac and cheese fan as long as it's made right. If they make it good, nice and cheesy, oh yeah, I need the mac and cheese.
What you're
I eat
made
the mac
right,
and
like
cheese all day.
no bacon, like don't add anything to it.
Shoot, you can. I'm down for the bacon. I get down with the get down when you put bacon and stuff. I love bacon, but if you don't add it, like I'm cool with it too. But I like the mac and cheese at holiday season, at holidays. Any other day though, like I don't want to eat mac and cheese. But on holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I'm here for the mac and cheese.
I love it. I love it. Mac and cheese is delicious no matter where you go. I mean, we
Yeah.
have our own craft dinner up here, as you know. What do you think of craft dinner?
What's crab dinner?
Did you have craft dinner when you were in Edmonton last? The KD, the little blue box of craft mac and cheese, I believe.
No, I did
Oh
not.
man,
I'll
and
have to
see, like
try it when I come up.
you should, because I mean I know that you're mostly about it during the holidays, like you just
Yeah,
said, but it's worth a shot, man, because it's a little bit different than the traditional mac and cheese.
I'll definitely give it a try.
Might as well, man. Now, last couple questions here, Justin, before we let you go. We got to know. Your slogan is "You ain't ever seen nothing like it." Where did you come up with this beauty?
I gotta shout my man Jerminic Smith out. He was with the Elks, last year. He was on practice squad with us. I played arena football with him, and we just there was like man, we just were animated. Like there was a whole bunch of slogans we always said. His huge one was you ain't never seen nothing like it, and we just always rolled with it. Every time we played people like on the field, we just let them know like, hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this, and it was all day. We always had like you want to know what we doing, check the stats. And my favorite one is, you got to just watch this. Like you can't do nothing but watch this. So it was a whole bunch of slogans that we said. It just the you ain't never seen nothing like it one just kind of stuck because I said it a couple of times and people loved it. They ran with it. But if you watch some of the interviews, I've said a couple of different of our little slogans, our little one liners. I love them. I think they're hilarious. They're catchy. And like shoot, anytime I posted my highlight the other day and it was just you got to just watch this. Get the popcorn out. You got to watch this.
It's so good. It's character, man. It's character. I
Yeah,
think that's kind of what makes a fan favorite here in Edmonton. Anybody can rush the ball or anybody can make it a special play or whatever, but it's those little slogans, throwing those little ad libs in there that you guys do, man. And then, the dynamics between you and Javon Leake. It's like, that's the direction that this team is going. And
heck yeah.
Yeah, man, like G. Roy Simon saw that in you. So many people have seen that in you, and the fans do as well now. And you sell jerseys and stuff, man, and that's something special. And this city loves having you here in Edmonton. We want to see as much Justin Rankin as we possibly can. But for now, you do have an off season. We do have to wait a little bit. What did I see? Like 153 days until preseason or whatever. But what does your off season look like, Justin?
Man, I'm just training, working, like kicking it with family, as much as I possibly can, because we'll be gone in 6 months. So that's really the biggest thing, is like I'm just on top of my training, on top of my teammates, calling them every day, hanging out with all my friends as much as I possibly can, working, keeping money in my pocket, money in my family's pocket, and just spending time with family, all my family.
And that sounds like a fantastic off season.
Heck yeah.
Family first, right? And the Double E is embodying that once again. And you're part of that. You're definitely part of the fiber of this team right now, and you're the people we want in Edmonton, right? So until you got to come back to the frigid tundra up here, you get to spend time with your family and try to level yourself up once again this off season. And
heck yeah.
Man, you do fantastic work. No doubts that you're going to have a fantastic off season. It's great to hear that you are getting really good quality time in with your family and taking care of your chicken, taking care of your bread, as Marshawn Lynch likes to say, right?
Need that.
Get it. Man, we're not going to take any more of your time. Where can our guests find you online if you have an online presence?
Shoot, I'm really just on Instagram. I believe it's like __ J Rank. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, __ J Rank. Or you can just search Justin Rankin. I think it'll pop up too.
And they'll find you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or go to the Elks page and they tag me in all types of stuff. You go find it one of the tags.
And go find it on there, right? That's even easier. Perfect. Awesome. Well, man, we can't thank you enough for joining us tonight. We hope you have an amazing off season and holidays. Justin, we can't wait to see you again. Can't come soon enough.
Heck yeah. I appreciate you for having me, man. For real. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it. Cheers.
Yeah. All right.
And that was Justin Rankin. Man, that was fun. That guy is simply amazing. Accidentally cut him off a little bit there at the end when I hit him on the stream. As you can tell, I'm struggling at producer without Catherine Schrader here. In case anybody missed it, Kathy is indeed sick today, which really sucks, but hey, round of applause and some cheers for Justin Rankin joining the show today and for the show going on no matter what. So, massive shout out to Justin Rankin for joining us. Also would like to give a massive shout out to Mike Arcuri for putting up with our media requests this season. Massive round of applause to Mike Arcuri for just being awesome. So shout out Mike, shout out Justin Rankin, shout out you, the viewer, the listener. This is the Elks Call. You're rocking with the Elks Herds, the rep from Section X only today. No, do you even Elks? I know John Kirby does say, too bad you can't have Kathy on video. She's actually watching in the Herd chat today. So very special still. Now, we do have a giveaway. First giveaway. Let's do a little giveaway, shall we? I just need to find our text line. So today we do have 3 items to give away. Very, very special. This one is a team signed card from Fan Day from this past year, this past season. So team signed. I was looking for Justin Rankin's number on here. I don't know if he has specifically signed this. But either way, it's an awesome team signed card. If you would like to win this, you are going to text card to 780-307-7779. Go ahead. There we go. Go ahead and text 780-307-7779. card is what you are going to be texting. And we will enter you to win a signed card, mostly team signed. A lot of signatures. I'm not going to pick out which ones yet, but I mean, Jake Serezna at a bare minimum is the one I've recognized so far. I think Trey Ford is probably, oh yeah, Trey Ford's on there. Got quite a few. So once again, that's card 780-307-7779. Get your text in, get your entry in. We do have a couple other items that we will be giving away. So keep on watching the episode. Get all of your entries in for tonight's very merry holiday giveaways on this holiday special. Can you please hit the like, subscribe, and favorite button while we're here, as your support means everything to us here, and that is how you show your love. All right, next up, we have Kathy's Herd Report without Kathy, where we talk about the recent news and transactions, everything else. Today's Herd Report is brought to you by the Rouge, White, and Blue podcast. Oz and Joe have you covered on the latest happenings in the CFL from across multiple borders. Americans talking Canadian football. Rouge, White, and Blue only on Shotgun Sports Network. All right, the Edmonton Elks schedule was released earlier this month. I'm going to bring that up right now. The Elks schedule was released. Now, I think that we don't really have too much to complain about, I would say. I think that it's actually a pretty darn good schedule for CFL fans here in Edmonton. There's only one Thursday and there's 0 Sundays on this schedule. So, I mean, the Edmonton Elks will be opening up their preseason in BC. I believe that that's going to be one of the Kelowna games. So they're going to open up the preseason in BC against the Lions, and then they'll be hosting, and that's Saturday, May 23rd. And then on Friday, May 29th, they will be hosting the Calgary Stampeders. So that's going to be a good one. I don't mind it. They're preseason week 2 and week 3. John does say no Sunday games, which is weird. Kathy is here for her herd report here in spirit. So shout out, Kathy. I hope I don't absolutely butcher your segment. All right. So we just went over preseason there. And once again, Herd Chat, let us know what you think of the schedule this year. Sound off on it. Do you think that this is very fan friendly? Do you think it's a good schedule? I would say that I'm kind of happy that FIFA didn't absolutely wreck our schedule this year. Very thankful for that. So going through the regular season Saturday, and this is 4 p.m. Pacific, so 5 p.m. This is going to be 5 p.m. Mountain. I don't know why this is reading on. Oh, I know why it is. It's because of our computer. So 5 p.m. start for Edmonton at Ottawa to open up the season. That's week 1 on the CFL schedule. That is Saturday, June 6th. So Elks fans, we will be opening up this season with the TV, which is fine. But then, week 3, which is after a week 2 bye, on Saturday, June 20th at 2 p.m. Mountain, Montreal at Edmonton. And John just did ask in here, what do you think of the home opener being at 2 p.m.? Well, sorry, I'll bring those up a little bit longer. I don't really mind the 2 p.m. start for a home opener. If anything, I think it won't be too bad. It's a Saturday. It's going to avoid any NHL conflict, which is perfectly fine by me. The NHL conflict has been a thing in the last 2 years, and I wouldn't bet against the Edmonton Oilers not making it to the final once again. So, I really don't mind that. It's a nice afternoon game. You get to go home, still have dinner, maybe grab some Carl's Jr. if that's the sponsor still, which I'd probably do that. So it's not bad. I don't mind that. Now, going through the rest of the schedule, we do have a Thursday at Winnipeg. That's going to be Thursday, June 25th, 6:30 p.m. start. I'm okay with that. Next game, Saturday, July 4th, 5 p.m. start, Edmonton at BC once again. And then we finally get another home game which is our only Thursday on the schedule. Thursday, July 9th, 7 p.m. start, Ottawa at Edmonton. And you sure hope you get a win. You need to get a win on that game, right? If you don't get a win on that one, then the season might be looking a little grim at week 6. So definitely want to see a win on that one, make a statement game. All of these games, really, you need a win. But at that point in the season, that's kind of like must-win territory. Now, week 7, Friday, July 17th, 7 p.m. start. That's our next home game, so back-to-back home games. And it's a Friday Night Lights. Can't ever complain about that. Week 8, Thursday, July 23rd, 7 p.m. start. But this one is Edmonton at Saskatchewan. Sure hope that the Double E, can definitely contend with these guys in Saskatchewan. There is a back-to-back on this one, so a home-and-home series. The next game would be Saturday, August 1st at 5 p.m. Saskatchewan at Edmonton. So I think that's going to be a really fun series right in the middle of the schedule. And you sure hope you get some Elks wins out of those. Past the halfway mark, week 10, you have on Saturday, August 8th, 1 p.m. start. That's Edmonton at Montreal. Week 11, Saturday, August 15th, 1 p.m. start. Toronto at Edmonton. And 1 p.m. start, that game, that sounds like I might be doing brunch. John is wondering if we're going to do brunch for the home opener. No, I think if anything, we might be doing it for this game against the Toronto Argonauts. All right, week 12, Friday, August 21st, 7:30 p.m. start, Winnipeg at Edmonton. So once again, another back-to-back at home, which is nice. I don't mind a back-to-back at home. It's just that you know that you're going to go for extended lengths without a game at home, which kind of sucks. Moving right along, we get into the Labor Day series. So Labor Day this year, Monday, September 7th, 4 p.m. start, which means you're going to want to jump on that EST Labor Day bus. I do hear that it's returning. You can catch Kathy and I on the bus for that game. Very excited, very pumped. Definitely want to get down to Calgary and go enjoy that one. And then, of course, the Labor Day rematch, Saturday, September 12th, 5 p.m. start. Beautiful Sunday evening, Calgary at Edmonton for that rematch. In week 16, on Saturday, September 19th, 1 p.m. start. That's going to be Edmonton at Toronto Argonauts. Week 17, September 26th, 5 p.m. start, Hamilton at Edmonton. Week 19, Friday, October 9th, 5 p.m. start, Edmonton at Hamilton Tiger Cats. Week 20, Friday, October 16th, 7:30 p.m. start, Winnipeg at Edmonton. Saturday, October 24th, 1 p.m. start, Edmonton at Saskatchewan Roughriders. And then hopefully we get some playoffs. So once again, what do you guys think of the schedule? When you look at it, there is actually quite a few, back and forth games, not any crazy stretches without a home game for Edmonton, which is nice. Our season does kind of end a little bit early at home with a Friday, October 16th. But hey, the Edmonton Elks can make it to the playoffs. We might be seeing another game, 2 to 3 weeks later. So, we'll see what we can do here. It does look like a pretty balanced schedule for the Double E. And there's no Sunday games, one Thursday game. So I don't really see much reason to complain about it. I think that it's pretty good. John Kirby does say the reason why we have lots of breaks, no home games, it's because we got 3 concerts, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, and the Foo Fighters, all playing at our football stadium in August and September. And you'll see that in the form of bye weeks and then away games as well. But you don't really see too many crazy stretches, I don't think. So, I don't know. I'm excited. I just want to get back to Commonwealth. It's very lonely here without Catherine, by the way. Feels lonely. It's crazy. Hey, we got the company of the fans here in the Herd chat. Fellow listeners, fellow Viewers, always thankful to have you guys here. I'm just not used to doing this show without Kathy. It's weird. Alrighty, let's go through these double E transactions here. On December 8th, the double E ended up re-signing Vincent Blanchard, our kicker, which we really needed to secure him. He had a bit of a difficult start to the season last year. Only had like one or two bad games after that, and he's done awesome. So glad to see the continuity there. On December 2nd, defensive lineman Brandon Barlow extended as well. Need to get that D line going. Needed to keep the cogs on that D line as well, and Brandon Barlow was one of those. So very exciting. And then, of course, on December 1st, Noah Taylor also extended. So it's nice to see a couple of those pieces stay with the double E. I think now we need to see some upgrades on that O-line. And once we do, I think that this team is going to be looking just a little bit better, if not a lot better. So it'll be interesting to see who else as well. I mean, I know we did recently also extend Robbie Smith, and Jake Serezna. Believe we still got him for another year as well. So, we're going to be retaining him no matter what. But Jake Serezna is a beast. So, I mean, the defensive line for the most part is taken care of. They'll bring in some jobbers behind them and some guys to play backup as well, and give some other guys maybe an opportunity or two. Always going to need to have next man up mentality as well. So, I mean, the D line is mostly taken care of. Let's see what they do with the O line next. That's what I want to see. Alrighty. Recent news, not really. Renew your season seats now and be entered into one of the many fantastic giveaways. Where is the 12 days of Elksmas? I miss this. 12 days of Elksmas was always fun. So no clue where it went, but the double E are still doing something like that. And I believe somebody just won $8,000 shopping spree. So renew your season seats, get in for some of these. There's AC/DC ticket giveaways. Like, they got all sorts of stuff that they're giving away down there at Commonwealth. Speaking of which, on Saturday, there will also be a double E family fun day. I think they call it a Santa's workshop or something along those lines. But basically from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium, you can enjoy free kids activities, snap a photo with Santa in the locker room, and get 25% off regular price merchandise. Who says no to that? That's going to be absolutely amazing down at Commonwealth. You could probably find us there. I think I'm trying to convince Catherine to bring the boys down and go get a double E photo with Santa. I'd love that, because we have some from another organization here in town, and be nice to add some double E ones as well. So go get a Santa photo. Go check out what the double E are doing. You can go down into the locker room. Lots of fun down at Commonwealth Stadium this Saturday. Once again, that's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Next up, we have an Edmonton Sports update. The 21-7-3-1 Edmonton Oil Kings most recently lost to the Lethbridge Hurricanes, suffering a 2-3 overtime loss last night. They'll continue their campaign after the Christmas break on Saturday the 27th in Red Deer against the Rebels. Puck drop is at 6 p.m. Mountain. Your 16-12-6 Edmonton Oilers are battling the Boston Bruins tomorrow night on the road. They'll look to secure a win against the team that is second in the Atlantic. Puck drop is at 5 p.m. Mountain. The National Lacrosse League will return to YEG for one night only. On January 16th, the Georgia Swarm will host the Calgary Roughnecks at Rogers Place for an honorary Battle of Alberta. Grab your tickets on Ticketmaster.com. Don't forget that Love Bro Wrestling has events every month, with their next event at the Rec Room on January 29th, with tickets as low as $15 for Sky High Talon, You don't want to miss out on Love Pro Wrestling in Edmonton. We're the Elks Herd. You're up to date. Shout out viewers, shout out listeners, shout out everybody. You are tuned into the Elks Call. You're rocking with the Elks Herd. Kathy's not here to stop me from playing the music. How about we do a giveaway? Let's do a giveaway. All right, let's give away a little prize package here featuring this year's toss ball, this year's crowd giveaway ball. What do you call it? This is the ball that they shoot into the crowd. We have this. We have stickers, probably some lanyards. We do have a little prize package here for you as long as you enter for it. So this prize package can be won by texting ball to 780-307-7779. Once again, that's ball to 780-307-7779 to enter for this prize package. And once again, these giveaways, everybody that's listening on Edmonton Sports Talk, shout out you. You're going to be able to enter. Everybody's going to be able to enter for these. This draw will cut off on Monday. So you do have some time. If you don't watch this live, you can listen to it later on and you can still enter. And these are all pickup here in Edmonton, Northside Edmonton, or downtown as well. So once again, for this prize package, please text ball to 780-307-7779. All right. Once again, big shout out you for watching tonight. This is the holiday special 2025 edition without Catherine, which, we know how we feel about this already. But she unfortunately is extremely ill. Big reminder to everybody, wash your hands and take care of yourselves out there. Same deal, hope Kathy is feeling better because it's absolutely devastating. It sucks for anybody that has gotten this illness. It really, really sucks. I'm just slightly recovering from it now here. Just got over the edge of it, and there's no real good time to get it, but at the same time, right before Christmas as opposed to on Christmas, hey, I'll take it. But once again, take care of each other, wash your hands, wear a mask if you need to, all that good stuff. We do see some questions in here in the herd chat. Thanks everybody for throwing them in. Keep on throwing them in because we're going to bring them up all in the fan forum. But up next, we're going to play some green or gold, which is our take on hot or not. Green or Gold is brought to you by our new Edmonton Oil Kings fan hub, the Royal Line, where Cody and Len bring you their fan-sided coverage from outside the rink. You can find them at the Royal Line on most social media platforms. Green or gold. So we're going to bring up a topic or item, and if you like it, you're going to vote gold. Or as Kathy would say, whoa. And if you don't like it, we're going to vote green. Herd chat, you know what to do. Let's blow it up. Throw your vote into the herd chat to have your voice heard. Not and have your voice heard, to have your voice. H-E-R-D, heard. All right, green or gold. And I mean, I kind of expect to maybe go back and forth with Catherine on this. Kathy, I know you're watching in the herd chat. Throw your vote into here as well. All right, leaving Christmas lights on overnight. Indoor, outdoor, wherever. Let us know. Herd chat, go ahead and place your votes in there. Is it green or is it gold? Do you like leaving the Christmas lights on overnight? I'm going to say this is a fat gold. Now, yes, it is a waste of energy. I understand this. I understand that that's part of the problem. Sure, it's wear and tear, but you only use your Christmas lights for 1 month, right? You got to take them down after. You got to turn them off after. You can't run Christmas lights in January. So that being said, during the Christmas season, how do you feel about leaving the Christmas lights on overnight? Oh, Ken Shapka here in the herd check. Game day, baby. What up, man? He's saying this is a big old gold. And then John Kirby contrasting this with a green imagine that electricity bill. Oh my God. I like it. Ryan Nervous here in the herd chat. That's a green except Christmas Day. Then they can be on. I like that. It makes sense. I mean, it is a good day to leave them on at all times. Call me very festive. Very, very festive guy here. Yeah, I don't mind leaving them right on. I'll say that. I do not mind leaving them right on. So, I am the type to leave them on overnight. Now, there is, for indoors, I will say, like, I would leave them on, but the one I'm worried about is the Christmas tree, just because I don't want anything to burn down. I think that's the one. I think I've watched National Lampoon's Christmas a little bit too much in my life, where I'm just really terrified about a cat potentially chewing a wire and burning down the tree in the house. All right, here we go. We got Kathy here in the herd chat. What do we got? Kathy, green, just for the sake of arguing, JK. We don't have many, so gold. Oh. Kathy gets the new sound effect. I love it. We have here in the herd chat, Megan Cooper says gold. Megan is all about leaving those lights, those Christmas lights on night and day. I love it. You go, Megan. I love it. All right. Next question. Festive fruitcake. So fruitcake, which I think it's kind of dying to the point where it's becoming popular again. I feel like it's one of those, but herd chat, how do you feel about fruitcake? Is for festive fruitcake, is it a green or is it a gold? I know Kathy is going to say a big green on this one, and I will wait for her response here in the herd chat. I like fruitcake, so I'm going to say gold. It's just that I don't get to eat enough of it. And I mean, I do think that fruitcake should only be a Christmas thing altogether. Herd chat, how do you feel about fruitcake? Is it green or is it gold? Oh, here we go. Everybody almost in harmony here. I love this. Kathy says, come on now, green. Ryan Nervous, green. God, no. Game day, baby. Ken Chapka, green. Yuck. Oh, wow. This is, I think this is one of the more one-sided. I think I'm the one who's looking crazy on this one. This is amazing. We'll await some more, but usually fruitcake is hated on. And I think that, much like the rat here in Alberta, I thought that fruitcake was almost dead. And then I see that people are like making businesses out of out of making fruitcake once again. It's coming back. It's not just a fad. It's coming back, everybody. I love fruitcake. Alrighty. Thanks everybody for participating in Green or Gold. If we do have some other responses here that come through, we'll be sure to throw them on the show as well. But all right, it's our final segment of the show. And I mean, we have a big giveaway right in the middle of this segment here. Might be signed by almost everybody's favorite quarterback here in Edmonton. So in order to get to that giveaway, we have to start this segment, which means we have to open up the fan forum. And it's a very festive fan forum today. So let's do it. This is the fan forum brought to you by the Argos Fancast. Join Clay, Will, and Sir Doug as they give you the latest from Argos land right here on Shotgun Sports Network. All right, in this segment, we're going to talk about the hottest topics surrounding the Edmonton Elks and the CFL world as a whole. And hey, probably some Christmas questions as well. So herd chat for the last time tonight. You know what to do. Let's blow it up. Let's get your comments and questions onto the show. We do see that you have some questions in the herd chat already. We're going to bring them up. Let's do that. But let's officially open up this fan forum. I think for the fan forum, I will wear the poncho. So big shout out to Elks fan Gloria, who actually I got to, she ended up sitting in Section X by us for the Labor Day rematch 2024. Amazing one. But she ended up actually knitting me a double E poncho. I'm going to quickly throw this on for this segment because it has to be displayed. And it's massive appreciation for Gloria. Thank you so much for knitting this. Stand by. Should have like a hang in there baby graphic. But yeah, like this is a fully knitted double E poncho here. This thing is crazy. Love it. All right. For the fans, from the fans, this is a sick one, and might as well stay warm down here as well, right? Unfortunately, if you are listening, you can't quite, if you're listening, you can't quite see it, but check it out on YouTube at Shotgun Sports Network if you can. Alrighty, we do have question number 1 right here. And it is a Christmas question, if you will. I know I believe we asked this question last year, but we're going to go ahead and ask it again. What's the best Christmas movie? What is the ultimate Christmas movie? You can only pick one. If you have to watch a Christmas movie every single year, what are you watching? And I know what I'm watching. I haven't watched it yet. I feel like, you haven't really settled into Christmas until you've watched your Christmas movie. National Lampoons. I've already mentioned it. Can't go wrong. Chevy Chase. The toupee, all of it. Cousin Eddie, all of it. I've loved that movie for 35 years now. I'm pretty sure I came out of the womb watching this movie. Pardon me. So, yeah. What is yours, Herd Chat? Let us know. Ryan Nervous also says National Lampoon's Christmas. Come on. That's my guy right there. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Can't go wrong. Game Day Baby says White Christmas. And I feel like I've watched this. I'm going to have to do a review on this. I'm going to write these down because I believe that this is going to be good. This is going to be like the ultimate Christmas list. The Christmas movies you need to have on Christmas Day in the background. You're opening presents. And this is what you're watching. Here we go. Office Christmas Party by John Kirby. He's all about that. Now, people are going to say Die Hard, but come on, people. That's not a good choice. It's not a Christmas movie. Morley Scott would argue with you on this one. Sorry, I'll bring that comment back up. But Morley Scott would definitely argue it is his favorite movie. I believe he has claimed it's a Christmas movie before. Could be wrong. But Morley Scott is a very big Die Hard fan. Heard ya once again. Let us know. What are your favorite Christmas movies? There are so many good ones too, though. Polar Express, Elf, Santa Claus, Jim Carrey's Grinch. Jim Carrey's Grinch is a darn good one. I think that's kind of one of those. Actually, you know what? Give us your top 3. Give us your top 3. It doesn't have to be just one. What's your top 3? Nightmare Before Christmas Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. But I feel like my family grew up watching that one around Halloween. Like, I don't know. You can kind of watch that one for both, right? Polar Express is a good one. Elf, that's a classic. I think Elf is that movie that's on just no matter where you go, you're always going to see clips from Elf. You know what I mean? Like, I think you're going to see Elf on no matter what. You're never going to miss it. John Kirby, A Christmas Story. A Christmas Story with Ebenezer Scrooge. Like, that's a classic. You can't go wrong. Or A Christmas Carol, sorry. That's a Christmas story that John's talking about. A Christmas Carol with Ebenezer Scrooge. That's a classic. Miracle on 34th Street is John's second. Kathy has The Grinch. And then The Nightmare Before Christmas. Once again, classics. Red Ryder BB gun. That's a Christmas story. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I've heard of this one, John. Very interesting. And then The Night Before starring Seth Rogen. So, and if it's Seth Rogen, I have a feeling that that's a little Puffin movie, So, who knows? Might have to check it out. Not to be not correlated by any means. Alrighty. It's giveaway time. How about we give away an amazing prize here? If you are watching live, if you're listening on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, if you're listening on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Edmonton Sports Talk, everybody can participate once again. It's a signed Ricky Ray picture. It's signed by Ricky Ray. and it's an Edmonton Elks 2023 limited edition print. This is number 12 out of 15. There's only 15 of these that were ever really signed off on by Ricky Ray. I don't even recall how we got this in our possession, but I know we have it now. And we would like to give a lucky guest a lucky viewer or listener, an opportunity to win this. So if you would like to win a signed Ricky Ray picture, and unfortunately the listeners can't quite see it, but take our word for it. It's amazing, and it is directly commissioned by the Edmonton Elks as of 2023. If you would like to win this Ricky Ray picture, you're going to go ahead and text, you guessed it, Ricky, to 780-307-7779. That is Ricky to 780-307-7779 for this amazing Ricky Ray picture. It's awesome. Why are we giving this away, Catherine? No, I'm just kidding. We're giving it away because it's the holiday special, and we really want to get this in the hands of a Double E fan, especially a fan that listens to our show or watches our show. This is like our Oprah show. What is it? My Greatest Things. We definitely love paying it forward. You guys are awesome to us, and we can't thank you enough for riding with the Elks Herd, and especially with the Elks Call as well. So make sure, once again, that's Ricky, 780-307-7779 to enter for a signed Ricky Ray picture. It's amazing. It's a really sweet piece. It's beautiful. So biggest prize, I think, on the night. Make sure you enter for all three. If you are just tuning in now, that's 3 giveaways tonight. So make sure you get your entries in, and that's Edmonton local pickup, either from downtown or North End Edmonton. But there's 3 giveaways. Got to go through this whole show to get them all, and the show's not over. So, Catherine, me, just kidding. Kathy, you can go ahead and text Ricky 780-307-7779. It's so good. Sean, we do see your comment here. Let's get to it. In regards to the locker room event, the family event down at Commonwealth Stadium this weekend coming up, we're looking forward to the Elks locker room Santa visit on the 20th. Great fan outreach initiative. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say the same thing. I think that's a great thing by the Edmonton Elks. Also, all these organizations here in town, a lot of them do the Santa photos. It's kind of cool to see this at a free event as well, right? So really, really cool. Good job, Double E, for doing this. And like I said, I want to get down there too. So we'll probably be down there, hopefully anyways. And with a 10 a.m. start, you can get there early, get your photos done, do your shopping, get in, get out, and you can proceed onward with your day. And as we know, it's going to be really chilly here in Edmonton. What else is new? And apparently it's chilly in Ohio, as per Justin Rankin as well. So it's not just chilly here. It's chilly everywhere right now. You can't escape it. Unless, of course, you go to Mexico or something. Must be nice, those people. Alrighty, question number 2, everybody, on the fan forum. And then let's get to some fan questions. Are Nanaimo bars a Christmas-only treat? Or are they an anytime treat? What do you think? Nanaimo bars as a Christmas treat. Is it Christmas only, or is it an anytime treat? Personally, I could eat Nanaimo bars anytime. I love Nanaimo bars. Big fan. Now let us know here in the Herd chat. Maybe we'll kind of put this one on the burner. Go ahead and throw your responses into the Herd chat, because we do have some fan questions, and then we have a big glaring question. And maybe we will go ahead and bring up the big glaring one, I think, in just a moment. Let's get to some fan questions first, and let's get to some fan comments as well. Brian Nervous does say it's an anytime treat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan, for agreeing with me. Anytime. Megan here in the herd chat does say it's an anytime. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. The Nanaimo bars are just great. I know that some people bust them out for Christmas only. I don't agree with that. I think that you should be able to eat those anytime. And also, they're from Canada. They're from Nanaimo. They're from BC. Should be able to eat them whenever you want. I mean, frig. They come from our country. Game day, baby. Anytime tree, baby. Frozen in the summer. Frozen in the summer, Ken. Don't get me excited. You could probably do frozen in the winter too. Maybe I'll just pick some up and throw them outside. That's amazing. I've never even thought of that. Frozen Nanaimo bars. And I freeze my Reese's. I'm such a big Reese's fan. I freeze my Reese's. I didn't even think about freezing Nanaimo bars. So thanks, man. Thanks, Ken. Alrighty. John Kirby about the stadium event. He does say, never heard about this event on Saturday, never got an email. Nobody, I don't think, got an email about it. It's actually on the Elks socials, and we did share it over at the Elks Herd. So, yeah, I mean, if you did miss it, you can go ahead and find it on our feeds as well. Still, once again, very, very excited about it. John also did mention the Oil Rumble with LPW and the Oil Kings returns to Rogers Place on Sunday, January 25th at 4 p.m. It's going to be a big one. Good friend Spencer Love, his promotion is doing amazing, and we do photography for the Clandestine Wrestling Society events. Every couple of months we get in there for those, so it's fantastic, lots of fun. LPW, and then of course with the Edmonton Oil Kings, it's a no-brainer. Don't miss out on the Oil Rumble 3, everybody. Once again, that's January 25th at 4 p.m. But I would like to get to this question from John here. I miss the in-person locker room sale. Should they bring it back? And I think there is also another question here from Ken Shapka here in the herd chat. What did you think about the locker room auction? And it's kind of frustrating, right? Because I remember doing the locker room sale in person. I'm sure many of us do. Everybody, let's talk about this one. This is a really good fan forum question. I think that this is something that's missed right now. Locker room auction. I don't really see where you can call it locker room, call it game used auction, call it whatever you will. It's kind of tough to say locker room when it's not in the locker room. Sure, you're taking items from the locker room. It just goes to the highest bidder. I believe the Cody Fajardo helmet went for like $1,100 or $1,200. Most helmets back in the day, like I remember looking at them and going, oh, $350. And like, when I started as a season ticket holder, the season tickets were basically all I could afford and the couple beers at the stadium. It's not like really much changes. You just budget differently as you get older, right? But I think, looking at some of those items, like I ended up getting my first set of gloves from a locker room auction. You could get the players' shoes. They had a wide variety of helmets, and the helmets were $350, and you're like, man, that's kind of expensive, but the standard now is like $500 to $550 for a helmet. Pardon me. So, looking at the prices and how high the prices are getting on these items at the locker room auction, like, sure, $50 jersey, that's a pretty good deal. They do sell basically all these jerseys. Like the players, I don't know if they really get more than one or two jersey to take home or whatever jerseys, pardon me, but yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. And herd chat, excuse me, once again, let us know how you feel about the locker room sale. But I don't know. I want the original traditional locker room sale to come back. I want to go into the locker room, sure, but even if they don't do it that way, I want it in one of the concessions, the East or the West concessions. Do it in one of those like they used to. Like I remember when we won the Grey Cup in 2015 and, it was a massive lineup and people waited outside of Commonwealth Stadium with snow pants and all their gear on and everything. And it was this big celebration once a year, whether the team lost or won or whatever. At least you could go in and go to the locker room sale. You got to meet players. You got to touch and feel and all of this other stuff. And, you know, unfortunately, they've kind of gotten away from that. And I think that it's something that I really miss as a fan. Let me know. Like, I mean, John Kirby does say, I checked, we're the only CFL team that doesn't do it anymore. I think the Ottawa Red Blacks also do an online sale. I want to say there's maybe a couple other teams that do an online sale as well. Let us know. Let us know here in the Herd chat. It's something to talk about here on the fan forum. Hey, Sean. What's up, Sean, for in the Herd chat? Controversial position. A big no to regular Nanaimo bars. They're meh. My mom's maraschino cherry version of Nanaimo bars. Peak Christmas tree. I'm gonna do this thing where I ask for the recipe, and I know I'm not gonna get it, but if there is ever a recipe here, Sean, that you could possibly hand over this way, or even just a picture or something, I'd be very curious, because that sounds freaking amazing, and I have a feeling that just adding the maraschino cherry on top of a Nanaimo bar isn't going to cut it. Alrighty, we do have here in the Herd chat, Ken Shapka, the old way was the best. Line up for the locker room stuff or store items for cheap in regards to the locker room sale. And yeah, I mean, you know, set of gloves, pretty cheap. Yeah, I mean, you take a look at other teams. I mean, I think that this is what John Kirby's talking about here. Do a massive Edmonton Sports memorabilia autograph session, locker room sale at the Edmonton Expo Center. Get all the sports teams involved. Well, I can tell you that the Oilers Entertainment Group will most likely want to do things, you know, their way with their locker room sales, such as, you know, sometimes they do it on the ice with the Oilers gear. The Oil Kings kind of have their locker room sale and mini locker room sales throughout the year, whether it be at Fort Hall or in the concourses of Rogers Place or whatever. The Stingers play at the Expo, so that's their home. The Double E want people to go down to their stadium, so I don't think that we will really see much of that. I don't think that I don't think that we will see anybody do that anytime soon, but it's a good idea. Like, I mean, I don't disagree, but I also think that Edmonton sports teams should be doing a lot more together anyways. So that's my point on it. Little Joffrey here. Alrighty. Third question, and this is the final question. This is the final question of 2025, guys. Guys, girls, everybody in between. I'm a little bit sad about this. But this is the end of, officially the end of the Elks Call season here with this question, and it's a loaded one, so get in on this. Question number 3, Brock Sunderland. Let's talk about him. Brock Sunderland has been hired by the Hamilton Tiger Cats as a director of personnel after working with the Blue Bombers for about a year in some capacity, right? So most will remember Brock Sunderland as GM of the Edmonton Eskimos at the time, and then, of course, the Ottawa Red Blacks as well. While he did secure a ring with Ottawa, his time in Edmonton will be known for the downfall here of the once flagship organization. So does the CFL have a recycling problem when it comes to executives and even coaches? How many coaches actually work their way up nowadays? That's the question we're asking here, because you take a look at a couple stats here. Well, John Hufnagel has just gone from Calgary to Toronto. Wally Buono frequently moved around the CFL landscape as a whole. He's probably still consulting teams. I wouldn't doubt it. There's rumors of Kent Austin returning to the CFL. Like, does the CFL get a bit stale in this department? Do we kind of just see a recycling? Like, even Ed Hervey went from Edmonton to BC to Hamilton to back to Edmonton. And hey, man, blessed to have Ed Hervey back. I'm not saying anything bad about that, but I am pointing out just once again another stat, right? Even in BC, I mean, Buck Pierce, he did actually come up through and get that promotion. And yes, Mark Killam also came up and finally got that promotion, coming up from special teams coordinator in Calgary to head coach in Edmonton. So We see that kind of more so at the coaching level, but when it comes to the GM position, Ted Gavaya went over, RIP. Ted Gavaya did go over to Hamilton from Winnipeg, went over as GM. So, we do kind of see a bit of even Danny Machocha, man. Danny Machocha was ousted from Edmonton in, I believe, 2005? And then all of a sudden he pops up with the Carabin, worked his way back into the CFL, and then won some Grey Cups with Montreal. So, do you think it's a problem that there's so much GM recycling or executive recycling here in the CFL? Now, talking about Brock Sunderland, I do kind of wonder, because I think some of us kind of believe that Brock Sunderland is somewhat responsible for the downfall of the then Edmonton Eskimos and then, of course, the Edmonton Elks. Now, he did, by the time he was ousted out of Edmonton, he was 32-36. So it's kind of tricky to, see how this guy retains a job here in the CFL. At the same time, he is the director of player personnel now for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. I don't know exactly what his role was with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, but Brock Sunderland, man, I'm surprised this guy still has a job up here. Yes, thank you, Ryan Nervous. Definitely glad Chris Jones is finally out of the league. Hope it stays that way. There's definitely some new blood needed in the league. Let's Chris Jones brings up the Chris Jones. Like, that was good. That was good. Yeah, and I mean, there is even people wondering, are we recycling a Chris Jones? Now, he was GM with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. He did hold that position and head coach, obviously. But, the Double E also, for that scenario, they did kind of need a head coach GM. They needed somebody to kind of take that dual role to save money, because the operations cap is garbage. Operations cap, that's a completely different conversation, subject, something we'll talk about on season 4 of the Elks Call, I'm sure, once again. But they need to get rid of it. The operations cap hinders teams and really stifles teams. If you pick up a bad coach, you need to be able to fire them. You can't tell me because you don't know who's going to work with what system. It's like Jordan Maximic right now, which, Jordan Maximic is chewing it through. And he's going to get another year. He's going to get another shot. Rightfully so. I mean, I think Jordan Maximic deserves another shot for sure. I don't think that this was his greatest year. This is also the first year under this regime. So, cut the guy a little bit of slack, sure. But let's say you have somebody that's completely internally fouling your systems, not being a team player at all, not being a team coach, and you need to get rid of this guy. And now you're going to get penalized with dead salary cap space, because you needed to make the right choice for your organization. The operations cap needs to go. Let me know, sound off. Let me know if you agree with this. But getting back to the original question, let's take a look at the responses. And this is in regards to the CFL recycling executives and higher end roles, front office roles. Yes, they do. This is from Ken Shapka. Yes, they do. They need to bring in more young coaches from colleges, universities, etc. And I mean, give those guys opportunities to step up past those roles as well, right? Sean here in the Herd chat. CFL recycling program includes Eric Tillman selling Ricky Ray to Toronto for peanuts during Grey Cup 100. Chris Jones, Double E, unbeaten coach Scott Milanovich. Nailed it. Scott Milanovich, who's now, coach with head coach of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Orlando Steinhauer still has his job, right? Is it? Yeah. Orlando Steinhauer, I believe. No, yeah, he's in the mix. One moment. But yeah, Scott Milanovich has been over there for a hot minute. I want to say, 2 or 3 years now? And yeah, what's Orlando Steinhauer doing nowadays with the What's he doing nowadays with the Hamilton Tiger Cats? Sorry, I heard something. Um, Oh, president of football operations. Yeah. So, I mean, like, these guys kind of move up a little bit, but Orlando Steinhauer has been with that organization for God knows how long now. So, yeah, I mean, I think that the league does need some new blood. The league definitely needs some new blood. And I think, like, what was it? Jim Pop, man. Like, Jim Pop was around forever. Mark Trestman, like, I'm glad that Mark Trestman is out of the league, if anything. I mean, it's pretty bad news against the Double E at times, but yeah, I mean, it would just be nice to see fresher faces. It's kind of like the quarterback scenario in the CFL. You do not see enough fresh names or fresh players, or you need to bring in new blood. You need to bring in some of those jobbers that end up sticking. And then once they retire, you need to bring them up through the system as well. Like Anthony Calvillo is really like, he's one of the fresher coaches. I mean, I know he's been coaching for a minute now. After his career ended, he immediately went to coaching, but we need to see more of that, more Jason Mosses. And then also like maybe some other names you've never heard of as well. And obviously you need to have guys that are familiar with your game. I get this, right? You need to have coaches, personnel that are familiar with the CFL. You can't just bring in guys that are completely foreign to the product all the time and expect good results from it. Like, you need to have guys that are familiar, but bring up more of these players into coaches and really stop, like, end the recycle, whether it be quarterbacks, whether it be coaches, whether it be GMs, whether it be advisors and all of this other stuff. Like, even John Hufnagel going over to Toronto, which that's a whole scenario, which I think is like kind of weird. I'm surprised that Calgary let him go, or maybe he just wanted to go on his own or whatever, right? I don't know anything about what happens in the little town by the boat. But yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, what? Like John Hufnagel, and like the guy's over 70, he's still working. Crazy drive. Good for you, John Hufnagel. Crazy. But it reminds me of like a Wally Bono scenario. Once again, another older exec, or another older, high end, high tiered ranking, another high ranking member of a team kind of going around, and somebody that's very familiar with the CFL, sure. And, consulting is great and whatnot, but you kind of wonder where the cycle ends. And I do think that the CFL could use some fresh blood in a couple of categories. Sean does say here, I think hiring big names from days of yore because of publicity and nostalgia, it's a big driving force. Prior success is not an indicator of future greatness. And then it also does say the return on investment on long-term investing in developing new coaches and quarterbacks, etc., is iffy when they can trot out a tested performer for minimum dollars. Or, it's also that trust factor. Because yes, we know this name. Yes, we know that this guy can do something, or we know that this guy, has had success elsewhere. We know that he's tested, tried and true. But there could be somebody out there that sees something completely different and could maybe, evolutionize a certain team's game. And I think that's kind of like the unpredictability of it, right? I think that's kind of what this league is missing a little bit. It's missing a little bit of the unpredictable. It's missing some of those fresh new names. Excuse me. That's why when like a Justin Rankin pops through the system and all of a sudden runs off on guys and people haven't really heard of him much, that's it's kind of more of a story in that sense, right? And that's just on the athletic side of it. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future, but I do think that the CFL has a bit of a recycling problem, especially too, like when you hear that Kent Austin, who is coaching Auburn, which Auburn, huge in college, right? Auburn University. The fact that there's teams that are looking for his services up here still, it just, I really wish that we had some fresh blood and some fresh faces up here in that department. So we'll see what happens. And hey, man, if Ken Austin gets a good opportunity and gets paid, good for you, Ken Austin. Good for anybody for getting their bread, getting their chicken, getting theirs, right? Getting theirs. I think everybody has to do that too and feed their families and XYZ. So, alrighty, let's go ahead and officially close the fan forum. This fan forum is officially closed, and like that, we are at the end of the episode for today, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, there's 3 giveaways in this episode. So if you somehow missed one, go back, right? Go back, go check it. Your code words were card, ball, Ricky. So, and that's 780-307-7779. I just gave it away for you. But if you made it to the end of the episode, you should go listen to them anyways. So, yeah, once again, code words are all in the episode, and I just listed them off. And I also listed off that text number as well. So a big shout out to everybody. Super thankful. Big shout out to Catherine Schrader, who is sick right now in another room in this building. Catherine, this was not as fun without you. I really miss you on this episode. Missed you a lot. Our viewers, I believe, probably missed you as well. I think that Ryan Nervous at the beginning of the episode did indeed say, wishing you all the best, Kathy. Get well soon. That is a big one. Going to echo that sentiment every day of the week. This is the end of the episode. Big thanks to you, the viewer, the listener, for tuning in tonight to the holiday special of the Elks Call Season 3, Episode 25. What are the odds, too? We didn't plan it that way, but come on, 25th, that's Christmas, Episode 25. Just saying, that's is a little magical. It's a little Christmas miracle, if you will. Big shout out once again to you for tuning in. If you're watching, that's going to be on Shotgun Sports Network on YouTube and on Facebook. That is at the Elks Herd. So big shout out you. If you could please give us a like, subscribe, favorite button, that would be amazing. If you are listening, that's going to be on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Edmonton Sports Talk, or wherever you get your ear candy. Big shout out to Justin Rankin as well. Awesome guest. He was fantastic. It was great talking to him, and I'm sure we're going to see him soon enough at training camp. For all of our people out here in the Herd chat, appreciate the words. Thank you so much for riding with us, not only tonight, but every episode, all season long. We do this for the fans, from the fans, and we really can't thank you enough for being here with us this year on the Elks Call. We're going to be coming back for Season 4. No official time or date or any of that, but that we will be coming back with a February 1st free agent frenzy special. That's coming around the corner. So really excited for it. But this is us finally logging off for the final time in 2025. My name is Scout Natick, aka the rep from Section X. This was the Elks Call. We are the Elks Herd, and we hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and we hope you and your loved ones stay safe, stay warm, wash your hands, and take care of yourselves. Until next year, we'll miss you guys, and once again, just can't thank you enough for riding with us this year. Thanks a lot, everybody. Go Elks!